World War II had just ended. Black and white TVs were still a novelty, and the world's first antibiotic, penicillin, had been making headlines as a modern medical miracle. Meanwhile, in a tiny garage in Minneapolis, an electrical engineering student, Earl Bakken, quietly began repairing hospital equipment with his brother-in-law, Palmer Hermansley. The two named their humble little company Medtronic, and it wasn't long before doctors and nurses recognized their special skills. "Could you modify this monitor?" the nurses would ask. "Could you build us a respirator?" the doctors would inquire. And the two always did. One day, a request came that transformed Medtronic from a small repair company into what would eventually become a medical technology powerhouse. Famed cardiac surgeon Dr. Walter Lillehei asked Earl to develop a battery-operated pacemaker. Up until then, patients with irregular heart rates had to plug their large external pacemakers into wall outlets, limiting their mobility and making them vulnerable to power outages. Earl developed an innovative battery-operated pacemaker that was so small it could be worn by even the youngest patients. The device revolutionized cardiac care and put Medtronic on the map. For Earl, seeing how his work transformed patients' lives, how his devices helped to alleviate pain, restore health, and extend life, was so important that he transformed that driving force into a formal mission. The same mission continues to guide our work today. In fact, not one word has changed over the years. Even as Medtronic grew to become a global leader, with therapies and tools to treat many of the world's most pressing healthcare conditions, our passion for learning, collaborating, creating, and healing continued. Because nothing is more important than the people who depend on us to make a difference.